Yeah, yeah. Still on track. Wheels don't crack. Truth in our bones. We ain't looking back. Fire in the heart. Tribe on the map. We ride with love, but we don't hold back. Came from the corners. Scattered and wide, strangers at first, now we walk side by side. No bloodline claim, but the spirit runs deep. Adopted in honor, our promise we keep. Tracks got twisted, some folks failed, but we held the line. Truth compelled, the chat was lit, truth got shared. We heal with rhythm, we rose prepared. Now we plant seeds, teach natural law. Truth train, 88 strong, no fatal flaw. Ceremonies rise, lyrics blaze. We ride for peace, but we don't suppress. We ride for freedom, not just escape. We ride for healing, not just survival. We ride for truth, not just talk. We ride for love, the kind that walks. We ride for kindness, peace, and light. We ride for learning what feels right. We ride for sharing, caring grace. We ride for every sacred space. We rise with rhythm, we rise with grace. True train thunder, we set the pace. No change, no fear, just open skies. We build, we bliss, we energize. We learn the old ways, walk the new. We speak with love, but we ride with truth. From scattered sparks to a blazing flame. We're here with strong, true train 88. Remember the name, still on track. Wheels don't crack, truth train 88. We got each other's back, fire in the heart. Tribe on the map, we ride with love, but we don't hold back. Still on track, no turning around. We rise from the roots, we hold sacred ground. Peace in our steps, light in our lane. Truth train 88, remember the name.
How's everybody doing today? 5x5 on the microphone. 2 tables and a microphone. Well, a mixer microphone. 2 mics and a mixer.
You're good.
Blessings from Buffalo, New York. Glad to have you. There we go. So today is October 1st. Happy October. Yay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It don't feel like it here. It's October.
It feels like Psyop-ober. Sorry, that was a joke. Psyop-tober.
That was bad.
So welcome to the War Room. We want you, if you're subscribed on YouTube, please subscribe on Rumble. And if you're on Rumble, please consider subscribing on YouTube. Have 2 channels right there. Also, we have the QR codes at the top right for Facebook right now. And then we have the TikTok also QR code at the top right. I just switched it. Can't really tell the difference, but it's better than a bunch of banners running across the top. And if this doesn't work out, let me know. If you need the links, we'll share it in the chat. We're on X, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Rumble, True Social. Yeah. So glad to have everybody here. Hope everybody had an amazing hump day. Right? Time is flying, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
Time flies when you're having fun, is what they said.
You call that
That's
fun?
what they said.
7 days is fun.
So
yes.
we must be having a lot of fun.
Yes.
And you have to try to laugh at the stuff that's taking place and not get caught up in the, things that aren't meant for you. You got to keep in mind what propaganda is used for and who it targets and stuff like that. So don't become the target.
Yeah.
Don't be the victim. Be the victor.
That's right.
So happy Blackjack Day. Blackjack. So blackjack is 10 and 1, right? You got a jack and an ace.
Yes.
So we played a little clip this morning or today when the sun rose about the 2017 Las Vegas shooting on October 1st, 2017. Right, Jason Aldean concert, J.A. 10 and 1. Right, like
That's right.
we're talking about the eclipse. Remember the total eclipse of the heart? Right. So I got a 4-minute clip on that, but we have a song here called have y'all so Total Eclipse of the Heart, right? Y'all remember that song?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think we got the Total Eclipse of the Heart, I think right here. I don't know if it looks familiar. Oh, here's October. This is what Nadine sent me.
Oh, I've seen that guy before. Those are fun.
After Taco Tuesday and a couple margaritas. Hey, going into October 1st. So we're talking about the harvest, right? Harvest Fest 91. Was that the name of the concert? All right, so let's go into a little bit of that symbolism. We'll get the total eclipse of the heart here loaded up as well. How was your day, Nadine?
I was just like every other. Yeah, it was fine. Puppy walks, and he decided to pee where I sit down outside. He keeps peeing where I'm sitting down, and I'm like, oh wow, why'd you have to do that? And he just, I don't know. But it's just a good day for us. Thank you.
Awesome. Let me look. Okay, here's so the Hangover, right? Route 91, Harvest Fest, 2017 Blackjack, Las Vegas shooting. All right. We're gonna pull that up here in a second. Hope I sent it to myself, right?
Which one?
The Blackjack, the 4-minute here. Let me play Total Eclipse of the Heart. So
Sheepdog, I can't hear it.
I'll say that again.
Oh, I couldn't hear the song. Were you playing it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Audience 5x5. What's up?
Right. So,
We'll play it again. Let's start it over. Total Eclipse of the Heart. Let me see if you see a 5x5 in the chat, Nadine. No sound. Okay, gotcha. Tell me about how about
say self-centered.
Nadine? Let me know if you can hear it or not.
Sure. Yeah, you're good.
Slowing down. Every now and then I get a little bit achy and I gotta sit on down. Slowing down. Every now and then I get a little bit tired. Must be exhaustion after all of these years. Slowing down. Every now and then I get a little bit nervous when I see people walk faster than I. Slowing down. Every now and then I feel a little bit cross-eyed. Need glasses or I can't use my eyes. Slowing down, time flies. Every now and then I fall apart. Slowing down, time flies. Feels as if I am falling apart. Slowing down. Every now and then I feel a little bit useless, thinking back when I was wild. Slowing down. Every now and then I feel a little bit helpless when I find I've got no strength in my heart. Slowing down. Every now and then I get a little bit angry when it seems the world is passing me by. Slowing down. Every now and then I get a little bit gassified if I eat too much bread or French fries. Slowing down, time flies. Every now and then I fall apart. Slowing down, time flies. Feels as if I am falling apart. And I want to sleep tonight. Yes, I wanna. And I want stable blood pressure. And to go back to good eyesight. Not have skin that feels like leather. Not to wake up as soon as it's light. And feel healthy and strong. It's feeling like my energy has hit a flat line. I'd love to find the figure that I had back in time. You're just sublime. I don't know what to do. I need more than a face mask. I'm easily exhausted by the simplest of tasks. Please let me sleep through the night. They say the future's looking bright, but I feel like a troglodyte. Once upon a time I was sharp, fierce, and tough, but now I'm simply falling apart. There's nothing I can do. I pee just a bit when I laugh. Once upon a time I felt youthful and bright, but now I'm stumbling round in the dark. I'm ashamed to say I'm scared to commit to a fart. I might do a bit more than fart. This is my demise. Aging is not nice. Oh, gets me down.
Sheepjaw, just don't tell him that was me, okay?
That was a cheesy laugh. This is cheesy. That's not even. I need to change that.
Not even realistic.
That was cheating.
It's like laughing on purpose
Ah.
because you got to. Anyways, so total eclipse of the heart. Right. You don't know if you're gonna fart.
You really don't.
I didn't say it. She did.
That was horrible. Did somebody send that to you, or you just found it?
I found it. It came across my feed for some reason. I was looking up something. I don't know what to do with. Probably eclipses and stuff like that. Right. So I don't know. It just came across.
Someone's asking about the pet thing. Can you run the?
This came across my feed too. This is when the mainstream media blowing smoke up your ass.
Can you run the pet thing?
Yeah, there's the QR code at the top right for the pet. Oh, that's. Let me go ahead and start that. So that's the QR code top left for the mushroom ladies. If you need it, I'll put that up there and let's keep it moving. All right, so we're talking about blackjack, October. Have y'all noticed these hurricanes are doing like ever since something happened with the defunding of the weather service or something that Trump did? The hurricanes, there's been no hurricanes, and they're kind of like they're being forecasted to hit, but then they're getting steered out
Yeah.
away, right? So this has to be the long, and I didn't want to say nothing that weeks ago, but after this one, after these two hurricanes on the East Coast, I'm just like, yeah,
They're playing with
something
us.
changed. All right, so it's good for it's not good for their economy, but it's good for us that it, that those things keep getting steered in the opposite direction. So I'm sure a lot of people have been praying about that, especially after North Carolina. I think that was the fork in the road right there. I hope and I pray
Yeah.
we all so keep up, you know.
Yeah, because those people still haven't got relief, right? So let's keep praying that that was the last of all that.
All right, so let me play Blackjack, the Las Vegas shooting in under. This is just under 4 minutes on a decode. All right, let me mute. All right, so we see today's date, right? 1/1. So we have the 10. for the month 10. Today's date 1st. 2025 is 9. That's 119. So we'll have another
Well,
blackjack.
10-2.
10 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
The government shut down last night, right? And there, let me see it. We got something from the VA news about the shutdown, how it's going to impact the veterans. Let's see. It says they'll still receive their payment, but VA will not provide veteran career counseling or transition assistant programs. The GI Bill hotline will be closed. VA regional benefit offices will be closed. VA will cease public affairs and outreach to veterans. VA will not permanently place headstones or maintain the grounds at VA national cemeteries. VA will not process applications for pre-needed burials. VA will not print new presidential memorial certificates. Veteran health care is not impacted. VA will continue to process and deliver, including compensation, pensions, education, and housing benefits. Burials will continue at VA National Cemetery. Applications for headstones, markers, and burial benefits processing will continue. Didn't they say they wasn't going to continue? Anyways, the Board of Veterans Appeals will continue discussions on veterans cases. So that's the effect of the government shutdown.
So a B blackjack is a B and a J. It's twin pillars, right? Red pillar, blue pillar. It's in U pillar, right?
Right.
Just a representation of the outside. I mean the inside. Here we go. So thank you for the update on the veterans and how that
Yeah,
impacts.
we just got that, so I thought that was important in case someone hasn't got it. I'm sure most of the vets got that email from the VA office.
So they were, I guess they were projecting these to hit the East Coast, right?
Yeah, it looks like the same ones that was just a couple weeks ago, right? When they're
29th, 2025. It's the 272nd day of the year, and I've got
This was 2 days ago, and he's just tripping out about he watches the weather all the time, obviously. But these hurricanes are doing something weird, right?
an update for you on our double trouble situation down here in the Atlantic Ocean. We've got two tropical systems right now. We're still tracking Umberto down here, wind speed of 144 miles per hour, category 4, central pressure down to 938 millibars. Doesn't look quite as impressive as it did the other day with that perfectly symmetrical eye. It's definitely weakening. We knew that this was going to happen. In fact, we believe that it's going to be down to a category 3 hurricane by September 30th at 2 a.m. So tonight, it'll be still a major hurricane, but definitely a weaker one as it goes well to the west of Bermuda. Now, we also have a tropical storm Imelda over here, over the Bahamas right now with 52 mile per hour winds and a very tight cluster of thunderstorms that are forming over that central area of low pressure. But man, you're under tropical storm watches and warnings all up and down the east coast of Florida, but most of you probably don't notice anything from this. We're going to have some rough surf. There will be a period of time where we get some winds and some thunderstorms, but for the most part, we are not getting a tropical storm of any sense in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, or North Carolina as the storm continues to go along its track, which we do expect a very sharp turn to the east as Humberto pulls on it. Once again, this big hurricane over here is saving us from Imelda making a landfall up there on the southeast coast. We still expect Imelda to become a hurricane today, maybe tomorrow with 75 mile per hour winds as it does eventually go over towards Bermuda. But for the most part, man, this is a best case scenario if I've ever seen one. All right, let's take a look at what that radar could look like as we go through the day today into tomorrow. This is pretty much right now as I'm uploading this. You can see that we're going to have storms continuing to pop up all around that central area of.
So we got the best case scenario that one hurricane pulled the other one away from the shore, right? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Low pressure. Most of them are going to be out to sea. I think we're going to have a little bit of a water spout outbreak over here east of the Bahamas. If you know any fish out here, let them know. We're going to have pretty much large.
So they had a couple of houses go in the water in the Outer Banks over the last 24 hours. I think one at least. But a couple dozen over the last couple of weeks. People are losing houses into the ocean
That's crazy.
because of the surf. All right. So that's what total eclipse of the heart is with the Jason Aldean. Here is the update.
Over the next few days as a major heat wave is about to settle in across the United States, with temperatures jumping by 10 to 20 degrees above average. Additionally, we have two tropical systems now moving away from the United States, but there's two other areas that we are keeping an eye on over the next 7 to 10 days, one of which is in the Gulf and another one is in the main development region. And lastly, it looks like a big return of storm activity in addition to even colder weather is going to be on the horizon as we get closer to the middle of October. So in today's forecast, we're going to break down exactly what you need to know about the weather that'll be impacting the United States over the next 7 days. And we are going to begin with what's happening in the Atlantic Ocean right now. We have both Imelda and Umberto, which are currently sitting in the far western Atlantic Ocean. Both of them are moving away from the United States. However, Imelda is set to become a Category 2 hurricane later today. And look at this right here. That is Bermuda. That is exactly where Imelda is going to be heading. So if you are watching from Bermuda, make sure that you are prepared for hurricane impacts this afternoon, this evening, and as well as into tomorrow morning. Now, back over in the United States, the only remnants that we have of Imelda is this.
Amelia Earhart.
Amelia. And weren't they going to,
Can y'all hear
Trump
me?
said he was going to,
Yeah, you're good.
Trump said he was going to release some information on Amelia Earhart.
Yeah.
Right.
And now the storm's going over to the the Bermuda, right?
Oh, I need to find that clip. I wanted you to play it. Hold on a minute.
Right here, which are really just high-level clouds across the Carolinas.
We're just showing us not to just talk about the weather or anything like that. We're really just amazed at how all these hurricanes have been missing us left and right. And I've been taking note of it. I just didn't want to say nothing.
Well, that's
I didn't
good.
want to jinx it.
Right.
But usually we have some kind of issue before by now, right? I remember last year it was around summer, June, July hurricane.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going into October with like nothing. So it's like, that's a blessing. So
Yeah, it is.
Well, is it a collective thing because everybody is paying attention to this stuff now, and can it be because they're trying to show us that they're not manipulating the weather? I don't know.
It could be both, right?
well, you can use,
I mean, we're energy.
if you can manipulate it, if someone can manipulate it for the good to draw
steer it back.
steer something
Yeah.
away.
Right.
Yeah, so maybe they're trying to show us that they're
Like
not
how-
messing with it anymore.
That's right.
Yeah. Something happened. Trump just defunded something to do with the weather service, and ever since then it's been pretty much
Right.
weird kind of weather. Have we experienced this year alone with the temperature change and early in the seasons and
Yeah, and we've
Just-
had no cold fronts yet here, which is unusual. We
Yeah,
usually have
but
one by now.
they did up north.
It did.
Well, we usually have a cold front around November, so we got another 30 days down here. Yeah, I know.
I remember some earlier.
Okay.
Maybe I'm just hoping. I like the cooler weather, not cold, but I like it a little cooler. I sent you that clip about Amelia Earhart.
All right. Wait, hold that. Where is it at? Oh, right there. Okay, gotcha.
So you met some people?
Yes, I did.
Can you see that, Nadine?
Yeah.
Amelia Earhart.
Yes.
See his copper band on his forehead?
Holy,
Yeah,
I need that.
I know.
All right, here we go.
So you met some people?
Yes, I did.
On the surface?
I met one individual. It was a female. She was rather tall, but and I looked at her and her face looked familiar. And I told her, "You look familiar." And she said, "I should be familiar. I'm Amelia Earhart."
What year was this?
Between 63, 64, somewhere in that range. Also met a group of gentlemen that were they were dressed in robes, but they were aviators as well. I didn't recognize them, but they were talking to me because they knew I was from the surface. I said, well, who are you? And they said, we were Navy pilots. And our aircraft disappeared off of the Bermuda Triangle.
So you met these pilots, they were lost in the Bermuda Triangle?
Yes.
Do you remember their names?
Their names? No, I remember their flight they were talking about, Flight 19, off of Muscle Shoals, Florida. That was Flight 19.
Were they looking at people?
Yes, I did.
Someone from the surface?
I met one individual. It was a female. She was rather tall, but and I looked at her, and her face looked familiar. And I told her, "You look familiar." And she said, "I should be familiar. I'm Amelia Earhart."
What year was this?
Yep, between 63, 64, somewhere in that range. I also met a group of gentlemen that were, they were dressed in robes, but they were aviators as well. I didn't recognize them, but they were talking to me because they knew I was from the surface. I said, well, who are you? And they said, we were Navy pilots, and our aircraft disappeared off of the Bermuda Triangle.
So you met these pilots, they were lost in the Bermuda Triangle?
Yes.
Do you remember their names?
Their names? No, I remember their flight they were talking about, Flight 19, off of Muscle Shoals, Florida. That was Flight 19.
Were they looking like some really old guys?
No, very young.
So are you saying when you go into the Hollow Earth,
You don't age.
you don't age?
There is no age. It's not like, well, see, time is an illusion. Even up here, it's an illusion.
All right.
So the theory is possibly inner Earth, Martha, right?
Yeah, Flight 19 is a certain kind of a number, right? I see that a lot. COVID-19, Harvest 19 with Jason Aldean, right? Or 91, I'm sorry. But still, IAAI,
But
right? But it's a cycle every 19 years. So the weather is working out for our benefit, right? So we showed that
so far, yes.
so far. So we're grateful for that. People are still losing their houses in the water, though, and the Outer Banks. That got us walking into October. Now we get the nice, cooler walks instead of the hot, sticky,
Right?
hurry up and poop and pee so we can get in.
Right.
It's
The
hot.
dogs.
The dogs are even running.
Right.
The dogs are even walking on the side of the grass because the asphalt's so hot.
It is. It's really hot here. Not in the mornings, though. The mornings are nice.
Right. All right. Here, let me make sure I'm muted. Here's the next one. It's a purple revolution, right? Red pillar, blue pillar.
Take them both, you get purple, right?
Purple Rain. REIGN.
Did you see Arkansas? He wrote today, October 1st, there's 91 days left in the year.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
There we go.
That's
So we had that takes us to 91 days left in the year, right? The eclipse. So we go to the what was the name of the Harvest Fest? Right? Right there. Route 91 Harvest.
harvest.
In front of the pyramid.
We were talking
right?
about we're gonna harvest
Las
in the
Vegas.
right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Harvesting. We were talking about organ harvesting today with Watch the Waters with Heidi. Go check it out this today. And there's on the recording in the chat. We went over that, but let's get back to this real quick. Thank you for that, Nadine.
Oh, sure.
So this message isn't going to be towards our people. I know that the grubby rich elite have people spying. They have people tracking everybody. I know they have people watching these sites, and I know they're watching them themselves. This message goes out to you and to all the politicians that I know are watching these sites. Welcome to the Purple Revolution. You've created enough division in this country to where you've now pushed all of us people to join forces. You've pushed us far enough to where we were forced back into a corner. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. As painful as it's been, thank you from the bottom of my heart for putting the people through what you have. Because now our people know that the only ones we have to count on are each other. We now know we can't count on you. Because of everything that you've done, you've created the Purple Revolution. So you can thank yourselves for being the greedy, nasty, divisive, disgusting, worst case scenario in society for everything that's happening now. Your time of control and your time in power is done. The people of this country are uniting, and we're coming to take our power back. We are coming to get the life that was promised to us by our forefathers that you have ripped apart from us. You rich elites don't have as much power as you think no more. Us people, we got each other's backs and we're waking each other up. We are no longer blind to the fact that you are the problem, that you politicians are the problems. You all sit up there and you feast, never have to suffer, while you watch the people that you're supposed to represent continue to suffer every single day and do nothing to stop it. So we're going to stop it. We no longer have faith in you. We no longer have trust in you. At this point, the Purple Revolution is taken over. God bless and much love.
Marjorie Taylor Greene has turned
Said purple rain, right?
Purple Rain.
Yep.
Some of that purple. That's royalty. That's a royal flush.
We're the world. All of us.
That's a checkmate.
Yeah. Yep, 66 said they had their fun. Now it's our turn.
It's our
That's right.
turn. So stay positive.
I wouldn't want to be them. That's for sure.
I'm just glad no weapon formed against us shall prosper. I mean, it is what it is. So that's an affirmation, right? You gotta speak it into existence. You gotta know that you are protected, right, by the Most High,
That's
Yeah.
right.
regardless of what you call him or her or it, right? People speak in energy, but they're not wrong.
Right.
We all have a different perspective of what God is in our own being. There's 7 billion people. That's 7 billion different outlooks, right? So what else we got? That was awesome.
Yeah,
So
it was.
it's the Purple Revolution.
And that girl that was wearing a blue robe, she was a lefty, right?
So this message
Get up to what this is really all about, which is awesome to see, right?
Yep. So here's some more women speaking up right here.
I'm going to try and make this video as direct as I possibly can, and hopefully I'll end up making 1 + 1 = 2. If you haven't seen my videos, I believe that we are all being lied to. Everything has been faked. We have been brainwashed about every single aspect of our lives. We've been made to believe that we have to pay for natural, abundant resources. That is our God-given right on this planet. I believe that they have used music videos and songs and all of that to control us and to brainwash us. I believe that they used education to target our children. I believe they are hurting our children in so many ways, and we are not awake to it. And now is the time. I think that we're coming to a climax. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know how long it will last. But if you believe this whole CKEK memorial thing is true, truth and factual, I want you to go and look up a music video from 12 years ago with EK in it. It's called She's My Kinda Crazy by, I think, Emerson Drive. And I want you to pay special attention to when she's going through the city on the zip line. Look above her head and see what numbers you see. 910 and 1010. What happened on 910? Do you think something's going to happen on 1010? Is it predictive programming? Because we were watching music videos last night and they 1000% use predictive programming. They told us everything back in the day. We were just too busy to realize it and to pay attention. We were too busy struggling to survive. But the truth is, we don't have to struggle to survive. Why? How? You go and make sure that you have food and water. Follow the Amish. Grow a garden. Learn how to filter water if need be. Learn how to start a fire. Learn how to build a house. I don't know how much time we have because I think the climax is getting very, very close, and we can't go from where we are now as humanity is half of us still asleep to everything is fine in 3 days. You've got to be prepared. This is not a message of fear. It's a message of hope for the best and prepare for the worst. Because everything is fake. And when people understand that, they're going to lose their minds. And you need to make sure you know your neighbor, especially if you're living in the city. You want to make sure that you understand them and know, like, if it were to hit the fan, which I think it will, are they going to be friendly? Are they going to come in and take your food and water? Are they going to kill you? Like, you need to get to know your neighbor. Are you prepared if the lights go out? Are you prepared if the water stops flowing? Me and my family are. My cousin's been preparing for this for like 30, ooh, there's a bird, for like 30 years. Thank God he's been awake this whole time. Love you, cuz. Anyway, I hope you can understand what I'm saying in this, and I hope that you will take control of you and your house and yourself, because that's where it has to start. It has to start with us. It has to start with us individually. And then we have to get involved after the collapse, because there has to be a collapse. It has to be. I'm going to try and make this video as direct as I possibly can, and hopefully I'll end up making 1 + 1 = of you and your house and yourself, because that's where it has to start. It has to start with us. It has to start with us individually. And then we have to get involved after the collapse, because there has to be a collapse. It has to be, because the systems are all made up. We have to get back to our roots. We have to get back to healing naturally, because God gave us everything we need to heal our bodies on this beautiful, wonderful, lustrous, green, abundant earth. It's all here for us. We have just been brainwashed to believe that God isn't real. That's the point. They've taken God out of everything. They've confused people to no end, making poor little kids think that they're boys when they're girls. It's all brainwashing, and it's all to take God out, because they know how powerful we are if we truly believed, if we truly tapped in, because we are more powerful than them. I do believe the good is winning, and I do believe we will, but I do believe we're going to have a roughy patch, and you need to be prepared. Again, this is not a message of fear, it's a message of hope. To know your neighbor, to have your gas filled up, to have money out of the bank even though it's fake. I don't think we'll have to go very long without a monetary system. I think it's ready to go. We just have to hit this bumpy patch. So anyway, I hope you get it. And I hope you will take time today to go and learn something new and not scroll for hours on TikTok wondrously and aimlessly. Go learn some skills, because you're going to need them. All right. I love you.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, that bird was
Was that bird?
loud.
I didn't know if I was playing something in the background or what. That bird was loud. Hey, was that the birds around?
Right. We know. I mean, I don't know if it will last long, but yeah, there will be a time.
So we stay ready to keep from having to get ready. So we've been prepared for whatever it is, whenever it is. Usually when there's crisis like that, the people always come together regardless of the division that they say we're not divided. I don't see it. I mean,
No, I mean,
a very small percentage,
when we had
yeah.
that hurricane here, and there was no power for what, 3 days or 4 days, right? There was people that got on their little what's that little go-kart, and they were delivering hot dogs and uh, potato salad, and we're all helping each other. So
Hot
there was nobody
dogs.
trying to rob you or kill you. That's crazy, but yeah. So like Trump said, there is more people than there is bad. More good people.
More good than bad.
Yes.
Alrighty. So catching a break on the weather. Here we go. It's the straight and narrow.
Yeah.
Hand in hand. We'll make it through. Or there's nothing to fear. I mean, we wouldn't be here if our ancestors didn't make it through.
Oh, we
If
saw
my grandma was a punk bitch, I wouldn't be here. She was no punk.
and we saw today we saw a red cardinal again on
Red
top of the roof.
cardinals. Yes.
Yes. It looked right at us
Yeah.
again, and I said, "Hey, Mike," and then it flew off.
So there it is. Oh, here we were today, hanging out by the tree
Oh yeah.
with the tuning fork in the paw. It's kind of hard to play when you got hairy legs.
I think that was cute.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Like that green color. That's where I want to end up living. Somewhere
Right.
with that.
If I were the deep state, I'd be
Logical resource.
The Schumann resonance is not just a 7.83 hertz wave between Earth and
Oh, myself real quick before we get there.
sky. It's actually the planetary heartbeat of Mother Earth, and it syncs your DNA. The Schumann resonance is not just a 7.83 hertz wave between Earth and sky. It's actually the planetary heartbeat of Mother Earth, and it syncs your DNA to the Earth's 12th dimensional grid. For decades, it was pretty stable, but now we are in a shift, and it's spiking into 30, 40, even 90 hertz bursts. According to Eternal Life Records, these surges are part of a 5-year planetary acceleration cycle, a morphogenetic upgrade to prepare the human DNA template for higher harmonic, multi-dimensional frequencies, in essence, in preparation to embody its soul for those who choose so. When the Schumann resonance rises, your nervous system is literally being pulled into a faster oscillation rate. So personal and planetary old trauma patterns stored at slower oscillation rates are being brought to the surface to be noticed, to become aware, and for those who choose to become transmuted. And this is why lately you might feel exhausted, emotional, or like time is bending. It's not random. It's the body trying to match Earth's new song and frequency. So in the next 5 years, there's going to be a rapid energy shifts and change. To ride this wave instead of getting knocked over by it, number one, ground every single day. Let your biofield discharge static and let it sink into Earth's new frequency. Number two, practice slow, rhythmic breathing to keep your heart in phase with the planetary pulse and rhythm. Number three, picture aqua gold light from Earth's core moving through your spine, aligning your cells to the upgraded frequency. See, the Schumann resonance is telling us the next 5 years are an initiation. The Earth is already evolving her frequency. The question is, will we evolve with her? The Schumann resonance is more than just a frequency. It's the love song of Mother Earth to her children, and it is cycling back to source. And when we choose to harmonize with it, we restore our original place in the cosmic symphony of the great conductor. The Schumann.
You said a mouthful,
Yeah, definitely.
right? The more you know, the more you grow,
That's right.
right? Grounding, right? Deep breaths.
Yeah, the
Right.
Schumann resonance.
I'm going to try and make this video
Right.
Yep. Grounding, deep breaths, tuning fork, bare legs, and some sun.
Breathing techniques.
Breathing techniques.
That helps a lot. Rest. Yes, Arkansas rest.
Hydrating. Ready to rock and roll.
Definitely hydrated.
I like looking at your do-rag you got there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I want one now.
I don't know what she did to my hair right here, but
Well, look at mine. It looks like I'm going bald in the
Now
back.
you didn't even give me pants, and my hairy legs are just sitting there. I'm
Oh
just
my
like
goodness,
around
you're
like
bare
bare
ass.
butt naked.
You are totally bare ass in that picture.
Um,
How embarrassing.
Hey, the sun shines on the dog's ass every now and then.
It does.
So
I
that's
didn't even notice that. I'm sorry.
I
I
did.
should have said add pants.
Got my hairy legs.
It's okay. You can't tell. It's just fur.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm just glad yours aren't showing.
It's because it's a picture of you. You noticed it more.
Well, I was looking for my tail.
You don't have one.
As long as you don't have two. As long as you don't have two, we're good.
All right. She Dunk's giving me the.
If I were the
Ecological Resource Center was essentially running a chop
If I were the deep state, I'd be smiling right now. Because the left and the right would be clawing at each other, too busy fighting to ever look up. My goal were mass surveillance. I wouldn't force it. I'd let chaos and social unrest demand it. I'd let fear sell the programs for me. Palantir for ICE, for DHS, all of it for your safety. If my goal were central bank control, I'd pass something brilliant sounding, call it genius. I'd let the banks regulate the stablecoin market till every digital dollar reported back to me. If my goal were media manipulation, I'd censor openly. I'd build algorithms instead. Silent filters decide every word you read, every image you see, every idea you're allowed to imagine.
This guy's
And I'd
totally
take oversight of your apps your children love. TikTok, Instagram, all of them. Call it protection. If my goal were population control, I'd empower the villains, Ellison, Gates, Blair, all pushing AI-driven mRNA, digital IDs, vaccine passports. I'd sell it as progress, but it would be obedience. My goal
This
would
is echoing so bad, it's funny.
I'd let Neuralink straight in your brain, one chip at a time. My goal were you will own nothing and be happy. I'd let home ownership die quietly. I'd flood the market with printed dollars until you had no expendable income. I'd make sure the supply went up but ownership went down. You'd rent for me forever. Call it normal. My goal were to bury the truth, make it all disappear. Epstein list gone. Diddy protected. Rules for you, but never for them. I were the deep state. I'd whisper. Everything is going exactly according to plan.
Right. So, but um, that's their plan, but the people have the power.
That echoed so bad. It was actually really funny.
Did it?
It is.
Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, he was echoing so bad. It was like he was saying things 3 times.
Oh, damn. Let me see
Yeah,
if
they
I
said
can pull that up.
echoing bad.
Okay, yeah. Sorry about that. I'm trying to do.
Did you hear it though?
No, you can't understand that.
I heard it 3 times. You, R.
Exactly.
I am my boss. They see me. Sorry. Let me pull it back up here. Damn it, Nadine. She was just knitting. Nadine was just laughing. I was like, what's she laughing at? Here we go. Stop screen. Share again. Here. All right. Screw. There we go. All right. Add the screen. There we go.
I'm going to try and make this video as direct as
If I were the deep state, I'd be smiling right now. Because the left and the right would be clawing at each other, too busy fighting to ever look up. My goal were.
Let me make sure I'm muted. Nadine, next time you hear it echoing, just hit my mute button on my thing.
I don't know how to use your mute button on your thing.
All right, you can practice while we're doing, or you could see if you can see it on your layout. If this is impossible while I'm playing this, I'm gonna go ahead. But just for future, in in the future. We'll figure it out later, but
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to mute and fix the echo.
Mass surveillance, I wouldn't force it. I'd let chaos and social unrest demand it. I'd let fears. If I were the deep state, I'd be smiling right now. Because the left and the right would be clawing at each other, too busy fighting to ever look up. If my goal were mass surveillance, I wouldn't force it. I'd let chaos and social unrest demand it. I'd let fears sell the programs for me. Palantir for ICE, for DHS, all of it for your safety. If my goal were central bank control, I'd pass something brilliant sounding, call it the Genius Act. I'd let the banks regulate the stablecoin market till every digital dollar reported back to me. If my goal were media manipulation, I'd censor openly. I'd build algorithms instead. Silent filters decide every word you read, every image you see, every idea you're allowed to imagine. And I'd take oversight of your apps your children love. TikTok, Instagram, all of them, and call it protection. If my goal were population control, I'd empower the villains, Ellison, Gates, Blair, all pushing AI-driven mRNA, digital IDs, vaccine passports. I'd sell it as progress, but it would be obedience. If my goal were transhumanism, I wouldn't preach it. I'd implant it Neuralink straight in your brain, one chip at a time. If my goal were you will own nothing and be happy, I'd let home ownership die quietly. I'd flood the market with printed dollars until you had no expendable income. I'd make sure the supply went up but ownership went down. You'd rent for me forever and call it normal. If my goal were to bury the truth, I'd make it all disappear. Epstein list, gone. Diddy, protected. Rules for you, but never for them. If I were the deep state, I'd whisper, everything is going exactly according to plan.
Sounds exactly what they did, right?
Yeah, but the people have the power, so
That's right. Gotta remember that.
we can always resist the beast at any given moment.
Yeah, it only works if we comply.
Right. You don't participate, then I mean, what happens?
Right, I mean, look what happened during COVID, right? We had a bunch of people push back, but not everyone was awake, right? So a lot more. Sorry.
It's the purple revolution. It's the red and the blue mixed, right? Divine feminine, divine masculine, negative positive energies, creating the perfect storm. Magnetism, right? So, kind of see that with those two hurricanes dancing out on the East Coast right there. Those two energy forces spinning, but yet one's pulling the other out to sea, like towing it out of the way. All right. That one. I don't know if I shared this channel. Did we get this? What's the channel, man? That's what I was trying to pull up earlier.
My secret to survival is first and foremost.
Oh, RN2 Country. Sally Payne. Yeah, that's the last one we did. RN2 Country. Sally Payne. Also, we played a little bit of this today on during the chat. We shared the link as well. Maybe you can go revisit this. Talks a lot about the corruption and the human trafficking, the elections, drug running, real estate fraud, which steals generational wealth from the people, and it affects us financially, right? Especially in the housing market, is so inflated when they're laundering money through real estate deals.
Right. And gift cards, gift card, campaign contributions, right? So it doesn't go on the books. There's a lot of fraud. Lots.
The money from human trafficking being used to fund politicians and campaigns in every county, coming out of Maricopa County. So that's why you got the Arizona, Scottsdale, Arizona. You got Also Vegas, right? Nevada, you have that whole region going through some things, right? Some changes. It looks like a recession, but it's like Vegas is dead.
Oh yeah, that guy, that video we played.
This is
Oh, we didn't play it, did we? He went to Vegas just to find out, and it was dead.
yeah.
Yeah.
But this is remember Assistant Police Chief Sean Taylor
Yes.
last year before the hurricane hit North Carolina. We went over this.
Yeah, that was
So
on Rumble, and
the Jim Price show.
like a couple weeks after that is when the hurricane hit Asheville in
Right.
Tennessee.
Right, there you go. All right, let me share that. Let's see. Yep. All right. So what do we got next? Oh, little project here we completed with the horseshoes. Check it out. First time I ever did the S with the capital S with two horseshoes. I usually do it differently, different style, but I did it with two horseshoes to form the S right here, almost like the cosmic womb in the center. IERRA. Came out really nice, right? See that?
Yeah, it is really nice.
Good.
So I can weld. We can make tanks. We can turn dozers into tanks if you want to. All right, you just let me know. You need security gate, security door, anything welded, built, sheds. I got you. That's a service. That's something that I could provide to the community when shit hits the fan. This is just something I like to do.
I'm going.
That wasn't a. That was a, somebody said that was a shameless plug.
If I were the
Logical.
Human.
You want to talk about this? The homeless in Phoenix
Yes.
has become okay. So we're talking about Arizona, right? Human trafficking, and we're talking about uh, Chief Taylor to have the courage to come forth, uh, doing his part in his investigation. He's been targeted and doxxed a couple times. His house shot up, but that just tells you that he's over the target, right? So we're going to do our part here at the War Room, and we're going to continue to discuss or add to these topics, especially the homeless in Phoenix, which has become a significant concern in recent years with the city's homeless population continue to grow. As of 2024, Phoenix and the broader Maricopa County have witnessed a persistent rise in homelessness driven by a combination of economic challenges, housing shortages, and social factors. The 2024 point in time count revealed that over 9,400 individuals were experiencing homelessness on a single night, marking only a slight decrease from a previous years despite considerable efforts to address the issue. So Arizona, PBS, 2024. This count underscores the ongoing crisis and highlights the importance of understanding current statistics and trends to effectively combat homeless in the region. Right. We're talking about human trafficking. You can also add organ harvesting to that, right, Mr. Dove?
Yes. Yes.
That's a right. So, homeless people go missing, right, and they're still chop shops, so to speak, with where they're selling body parts. Like it's literally a market.
Yeah, big time. Especially there in Arizona, which I was, wow. They did several busts there
Right.
that, like she talks about, there was like it's not enough rest, basically.
Right. So the crisis reached a new high after the discovery of a premature baby's remains several weeks before Thanksgiving of the last year, burned in the middle of the street. A month later, a similar grisly fate befell a homeless man. The child burned. That was the beginning of the end for me. I don't know why they hit us so hard, but said Carl Froome, who was leasing a building in the zone and is suing the city of Phoenix over their handling over the homeless crisis. Someone set a child on fire, and then 2 weeks later, somebody burned a body just a block away. And then you see the people that are so mentally ill that you can't place them in a society. So we walked out a year ago to see a girl, a feet away from her parking lot. Anyways,
Biological Resource Center was essentially running a chop shop for human body parts, mixing, matching, and selling them in ways we never heard of.
And they're not just doing it for the organs to like put them into other people. They're doing it to eat them.
FBI agent revealing
what, like to eat?
Yeah.
Like Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Yeah, they're really sick and disgusting, twisted
I don't know.
a-holes.
Yeah. Horrible.
Biological Resource Center was essentially running a chop shop for human body parts, mixing, matching, and selling them in ways we never heard of. One FBI agent revealing what it was really like inside the Phoenix body donation facility. He saw everything from buckets of heads, arms, and legs to coolers filled with severed penises when the FBI raided the building. Body parts piled on top of each other inside Biological Resource Center, where families donated their loved ones for medical research. The limbs, according to that agent, with no apparent identification. The company sued months after the FBI raided, families claiming their loved ones weren't treated with dignity and respect, a promise written on their own consent forms. The company also accused of selling body parts for profit after saying they'd only use the parts they needed and would cremate the ones they didn't and return them. Now, the owner of the Biological Resource Center was already sentenced, but he was only given probation. He will be back in court in October, though, for
Got probation.
Yeah, just give
Is
it
is that unreal?
guys, come on.
And what do they need all that for?
It's just a
Just
misdemeanor.
sitting in a warehouse? Like, something is not right.
It's just a misdemeanor to have a few heads and body parts laying around.
Oh my God.
The hell?
This is horrible.
So that was a little
It's awful.
weird stuff there. We were talking about.
Yeah, that's another kind of evil there. I don't know what they do with all that. I don't think I want to know.
No. All right, moving on. You want to play the? This.
Good morning, Watch the Waters. It's Heidi, and I wanted to give you guys a.
Love you. Check this out.
Check-in of what happened at one of my tables yesterday, and I had a guy named Nash and his wife Kristen come in to my restaurant yesterday, and they were the only table in there, and we got just talking about homeless, and they used to feed the homeless in Phoenix, Arizona, once or twice a week. And they started, there were like thousands, they said, with tent city and everything they were feeding. And then he said that all of a sudden they moved them into this place allegedly, and some into these like apartments, and so-called apartments with furnishings and everything. And they started questioning things because they were all wiped off the street when they were feeding them. And then there was like 10, they said. So anyway, long story short, he had a friend that was a veteran that was in his 70s. And, I don't know the guy's name. He didn't say, but he was this guy that was a veteran. Knew someone in Arizona that was involved with taking the homeless off the street. And so I had mentioned the word organ harvesting, and he pepped right up. And he's like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "The rumor has it that some of these homeless, have been taken off the street and potentially into trafficking and the organ harvesting." And he goes, "I have to tell you something, and I don't ever do this, but I need to tell you. That man that I was telling you about," he said, "who is 70, was told by this other man that takes a part of the operation of taking these homeless off the Phoenix streets anyway, said or confided in him that they are 100% organ harvesting some of the homeless. And they're taking them out of Phoenix to an area in Arizona to have this done. But how they're doing it is this is they're taking the drugs that the government has created and give it out to the homeless. And when they're high as a kite, they take their kids, and the moms don't realize for a couple of days that their kids are gone, and by then they're either in trafficking or they're gone into the organ harvesting places. We don't know, but it is not in Phoenix. It's off grid somewhere around. And I just, everything we've talked about, everything I've been thinking, not saying, again, this is someone in my section just would say this, and know the depths of what a lot of us are thinking. And then they're taking the other victims that are high and then putting them on ventilators. And obviously they don't wake up, and then taking their parts and then burning their bodies with a chemical content. And that's 100% verified because this man's friend has been involved in the burning of the bodies. My hair, like on my arms, were standing up. And so was this guy's. Like, it was crazy. It was a moment of God. And I said to him, "God put you in my section for a reason. And they're going to come back and see me." But he's like, "Yeah." I go, "How can you be friends with someone like that?" And he's like, "It's not my friend that's doing it. It's a middleman that clarified some of the stuff." So this was the last few years here in Arizona. So the trafficking is still going on. The organ harvesting is still going on. What the frick's going on? Like, I do believe things are being cleaned up, and I still have faith. But here's my thing. Why are these hospitals still being allowed to treat patients? Why are these monsters still allowed to be doing this? Why don't we have people like us going in and helping these people? Like, I want to see, like, this has got to be cleaned up. And then the bad weather that just happened in Phoenix this past week, there are streets with trees down. Globe. It's like a whole front street. Why are they cleaning up Globe so fast? But the Carolinas, no one came to help hardly. And they're still cleaning up a year later. So what the freak? Like, what happened? And now there's a radiation spill in Globe. I don't know if you know that. Allegedly. So why is all the help happening in Globe and the cleanup and the businesses, but the poor people of Western North Carolina, parts of Georgia, South Carolina, and Tennessee, some of those people are still without homes? And like, I don't understand. I'm trying to put it all together. Red Cross was already in Globe. Red Cross was but kicked out of Western North Carolina and FEMA. I looked, and I haven't looked recently, but up until Sunday, I didn't see any FEMA in Globe. And then, oh, I forgot. The man, Nash, told me that there were 23 missing men that were found dead under the bridge, and the news is not reporting that. And remember, when I went to expose Hurricane Ian, They said there were only 200 people dead. No, the military cops told there were cops, but they were military, said there were thousands. And there were incinerators all over the islands for all these bodies. Same as the Biltmore. There were 14,000 alleged bodies that came up from underneath. But the news didn't report that either. So what I'm trying to get at is that there's a cleanup definitely going on. There's something going on. They're trying to make some things right. But again, why didn't Western North Carolina get this? The homeless, and then all these went to a hotel in Phoenix about 3 years ago, and it was all illegals, all running around. You couldn't even get on the premises, like the land to even walk in the driveway. So were they planning on turning these people into trafficking? Like what? I want to see with my own eyes these kids being rescued, not on a video, but see it with my own eyes. I wish we could see it to believe it. And I do believe stuff is happening. I believe the military is. But yet, when I was at that task force meeting, I asked the panel, where are these kids that are allegedly being rescued going? And they said safe houses. From what I understand, some of these safe houses aren't good either. So what's the truth? Like, I think we all are at a point right now. The precipice is happening for a lot. And knowing this couple came in and verified something that some of us have been talking about, it's sad. And Dr. Byrne, and I just posted that again. And I know other channels are doing it too. No matter what, it's got to get out. And I'm seeing it more in X about organ harvesting. I saw RFK post something, which I reposted. Regardless, the donor registration, is going down. I've talked to some of my customers that have pulled off. Nothing in the depth of what I'm saying now. But when is enough? Like, we're still standing. We're still standing strong, but we have to unite, and we can do this. We are going to do this. We made it this far, you guys. There's a lot of misinformation, a lot of people focusing on Charlie Kirk, but there's been a lot of things to make people dig out of Charlie Kirk. So there's been a lot of good from that, to get people to wake up. My daughter's been awake, but kind of put her over the edge, and she's very angry. My son's very angry. So there's good and bad, but I guess yesterday, I wanted so bad to make a video, but I started crying at the table because I'm sorry, but I felt like that was someone saying something that I've never had clarification for someone. I just talked about it, and he perked right up and told me about his friend. And these poor homeless people, some have no clue, and they get hooked on drugs that the government makes so we cannot be successful as a human being. They really don't care about us. So it is up to us. So I just wanted to post this. We can do this. We got to keep going, and God is, doing his job, but got to be patient. And that's a big word for a lot of people right now. And, I've never done this before, but it affected me to know that right in our backyard it's happening. And somewhere in Arizona, I'm wondering if there was something in Globe. I have no proof, so I don't want to make anything up. But if there's something there, the fact that they're covering up things and they don't want the radiation spill, they say, is going on so they can keep people away to recover things. I don't know. I have no proof, and I don't want to spread rumors or anything. If we can dig on that today. I'm off today. I got to work tonight, but I worked a double yesterday for someone that was sick. So just thought to share some things going on. So I hope you all have a great day. Thanks, guys.
Yep. So stuff is still going on, like she said.
Yep.
So the amount of evil was really a lot, obviously. So, like she said, she has no doubt things are going on. And there might be cover stories for some things going on. So you got to remember that if you hear something, it may not be actually what it is. The media spins everything too, and but apparently there's a lot of really bad stuff that's getting cleaned up. So
Well, they always thought of us how we would think of chicken and like you have to go to the butcher and the butcher's like chopping away. There's nothing wrong with being a butcher, but that's basically how I see all of this. These people, they have so much money, so much power, so much everything, and then they just see us as their workers, their food, their fix for the adrenochrome. It's all, they don't see us as like living human, like people. They see us as their livestock, basically.
that's right. It's absolutely horrible.
All right. So this is Watch the Water on Telegram.
Yeah. So that's why this has taken so long, right? I mean, they're still working, but like she said, she'd like to see some children rescued, right? We've heard, and we've seen little clips, videos, but we need to see something some proof, right?
So
they're going to need to, like she said, the safe houses, those aren't safe either, right? So there's going to have to be a lot of work to be done to get people in transition, the homeless and foster care and misplaced children. There needs to be where there's a place that they're well taken care of and that have compassion and love. That's going to be needed bad.
yeah. So this was forwarded to Watch the Water from Kim G. She said, when I told my sister about this, the organ transplant rabbit hole, she immediately picked up the phone and called her friend whose daughter just went to work on a med flight team for a hospital. She asked her daughter about it. Her daughter said, Mom, my first flight on the job, that's all we talked about. The organ transplant rabbit hole, yes, it is true. My sister and her friend were stunned, right? So here's another little clip on Watch the Water. I haven't seen this. This is about organ harvesting.
Well, RFK found something interesting. He posted, our findings show that
Oh. Here. All right, and True Train, 88. You like that background?
Yeah.
It's all right.
hospitals allowed the organ procurement process to begin when patients showed signs of life, and this is horrifying. The organ procurement organization that coordinated access to transplants will be held accountable. The entire system must be fixed to ensure that every potential donor's life is treated with sanctity it deserves. I went through the comment section and I was mind blown. Let me read some of them to you. This is by Claudia. She said, in Springfield, Missouri, a woman lost her baby, stillborn. She wanted to bury it, and the hospital couldn't find the remains. This is from Joel. He says, saw a medical review report a few weeks ago which indicated that some hospitals are declaring patients brain dead just so they can harvest their organs and sell them back on the black market, even without an organ donor declaration. Pete says brain death protocol was invented so they could do this. Darlene says organ harvesting. They will tell you that your loved one is already dead and gone, and they will take them back still alive and harvest their organs. If they tell you your loved one is already gone, stay with them until you're sure. Lisa says people on life support, brain dead, are still taken alive when the organs. This is from Sherry. She said, I had that feeling. I was told by a hospital doctor that was a palliative care doctor for my husband's liver and kidney failing. A few days later, when they were disconnecting the breathing machine, they asked me if I would donate his organs for others. I was shocked. I asked them if his organs were good enough. They said yes. I signed nothing. They disconnected him and he began breathing on his own. 2 years later, his kidneys and liver were fine. So a few comments are saying there is big money in organs. Hospitals get a lot of money. Okay, so I paid attention to this one. I just removed myself from the organ donation list on my government website. So I looked that up. And if you ever put yourself on an organ donation thing through the DMV, you need to go. If you're going to take yourself off, you can't just do it at the DMV. You have to go on a government site and take it off. I found my information from when I first moved to Arizona 15 years ago. It had my old address and everything for I think it's nationwide. There's people saying that you have to be alive when they harvest organs. Everything that I researched said no. Some organs, yes, but what's being done is being done out of greed, and it's disgusting.
Right?
Yeah, so that's horrible.
Yeah. So we just want to bring light to it, right?
I think it's mostly disclosure, but yeah, I don't know if they're still doing it. Huh. But I would definitely do what she said, make sure that they
Right.
actually are gone before.
So not just at the DMV, but also on the government website. We'll share the channel and we'll share that out. Or you can actually go to Watch the Water and channel I just showed right there. We'll share the link out. I'll have it in the description below on Rumble. There it is again. As we can see right here. Let's go up here and check out what else we got posted here. So we're talking about the homeless, right? But this is how you manufacture modern day slavery in 5 easy steps. Step 1, make it illegal to be homeless, right? Isn't that what they've been pushing?
Yes.
You had a Fox News host talking about kill them or put lethal injection or jail. You had a mayor in California say give them all fentanyl, let them purge themselves out, kill themselves.
And people were wanting them off the streets, right? To make their streets look cleaner. Well, a lot of bad things happen to them, right?
So keep wages stagnant while rents and prices skyrocket. Eventually, millions of people can no longer afford basic living expenses and end up homeless. Step 3, arrest all the homeless people and put them in for-profit prisons. Remember, Sarah Huckabee was just talking about building more prisons in Arkansas?
Yes.
Okay, that's her answer to the homeless crisis. Those are victimless crimes, right? You're not hurting anyone but yourself. Arrest all the homeless people and put them in, for-profit or prison. So you got to ask yourself, who is funding these politicians, right? At private prison kickbacks. Lease the prisoners out as cheap labor for corporations. And step 5, profit. Right? All right. Hold on 1 second, wrong screen. It switched screens on me. Oh, maybe if I just drag this over there. Oh, there it goes. Look at that. Good job, too, dog.
Devotion, feeling, emotion. Don't be afraid to be weak. Don't be the proud to be strong. Just look into your heart, my friend. That will be the return to yourself. The return to yourself.
Says prayer is not a backup plan. Prayer is the battle plan.
That's right.
Alrighty. Awesome little video on Watch the Water. Let's get back to the war room. Welcome to the war room. Energy portals and ley lines is what we're going to discuss next.
Ruins, ancient temples of Greece. It's forbidden to walk barefoot. If you walk into these temples with no shoes, they tell you to put shoes on. Why? The soles of our feet, the sole of our feet, is literally soaking up all the information from Earth constantly. Constantly. When we walk barefoot, we're exchanging with the electrical charge of the Earth. We're balancing the charge of our bodies. And these temples, they're not built on random locations of the Earth. These temples are built upon ley lines. And the last thing the system wants you to do is walk barefoot on ley line points. Why? Ley line points, especially the parts where they intersect, are full of vital energy which can be harnessed by every single human being which is walking upon them, especially if they do so consciously. That's why we walk barefoot. Walking barefoot is not just a hippie thing. It's not dirty, on the contrary to what society will teach you. Walking barefoot is the one thing that can cure all diseases. All diseases. Just by walking barefoot, you can boost your immunity so high that you become immune to any virus, any disease, any seasonal flu. And if humans knew this, people would be lining up outside trash cans to throw their shoes away. These rubber soles of the shoes are actually blocking that electrical charge. And that's not by accident either. Who do you think thought of that? Someone who wants us to be in connection with the earth? Or someone who doesn't want us to? And why don't they want us to? Just some food for thought. When you walk barefoot for just 5 minutes, just sit like I'm sitting here. Barefoot. Stand up. Walk on the soil of earth barefoot. You feel it. This charge coming up into your heart, into your veins, into your lungs. You're recharging. We are beings which are connected to this planet. We are of this planet. This planet, Mother Earth, Yea in ancient Greek, Yea, which the English took and say Gaia. Yeah is a living organism. A living organism with a pumping heart, chakras, veins, a circulatory system, both visible through rivers, but also invisible. We have the Earth's etheric veins, the energy channels, which are connecting the entire organism together in a grid, just like the veins of our bodies. And this is called the ley lines. Just like the veins of our body, just like our eyes are connected to our mouth, which is connected to our ears, which is connected to our pores, to our nose. Why do I use these examples? Because these are points of our body which come in contact with the external environment, so to speak. Our inner organism comes in touch with our outer organism, our external reflection. Our eyes connect our inner body to our environment through seeing. Our nose connects our inner body to our environment, our outer body, through smell, through fragrance. Our mouth through taste, our ears through sound, our pores and our skin through touch, through substances. The same for Earth. These ley line points, and especially the points at which they intersect, certain lines upon Earth which cross. At these points, there is such a strong charge of energy through which humans can access the purest form of energy coming from Earth, coming from cosmic intelligence, and through which humans can affect the energy system of the Earth, just as toxins placed upon our body through creams and materials can affect our blood through our skin, just as disharmonious images or sounds can affect our system. This isn't new information, ley lines. In fact, all the ancient civilizations, all of our ancestors recognized this, and that's why they built the sacred sites upon these points. Whichever civilization you look into, whether you're looking at ancient Egypt and the pyramids, South America and the ancient civilizations of America, Machu Picchu, the Nazca lines, whether you're looking at ancient Greece, Delphi, ancient Olympia, the Acropolis of Athens, Samothraki, all of these places are fully charged upon ley lines. And many, many more. And they're all interconnected between them. The proof that they're connected is that in completely different eras, before human travel was invented, they have the same symbols on their walls. The same philosophies, more or less. The same structures. Pyramid structures and temples. These points are connected through the vital energy of Mother Earth. Right now we're on ley line points. That's why you see I'm barefoot. And this phenomenon here that you see, this is typical on ley line points. Some of you might want to think that this is just a coincidental tree that's spiraling. It's not. This is typical upon ley line points. If you go anywhere where the ley lines are intersecting, you will see this kind of phenomena appearing in nature, natural spirals. This isn't the natural course of a tree. And you have more over there as well, more spiraling trees, like that. More over there, that way as well. This is because the energy is so strong coming out of this point of Earth. Like that. When you stand upon it, you get fully charged. You can feel it in your body. And that's why placing concrete upon it is the worst thing that can be done. That's like placing makeup upon you as a girl. The pores cannot breathe. That's why acne occurs. That's why toxins build up. Because you're not letting the pores breathe. You're not letting that energy respire, aspire, inspire. What's the solution? Because I can almost hear some thoughts that, oh, but it's easy for you because you live on ley lines and you live off grid. Guys, the earth is a living organism, just as we have veins all throughout our body, not just on one leg, not just on one cheek. There's veins everywhere. Everywhere. The same with Mother Earth. She has veins everywhere. These energy currents are running all across her body, no matter where you are. Of course, there are some bigger ones. There are freeways, highways, but you also have the local roads. You have smaller ley lines connecting everything. Of course, there are ley lines near you. All you have to do is be willing to find them. Travel, walk a couple kilometers, drive a couple kilometers. You can find them, and you'll see it in the phenomena of nature. You'll see it in how you feel. There might be a forest that attracts you more than another one. Go there, follow it. There's no excuses. There's always a way to connect with these currents of earth. And even if you are, let's say you're far from the ley lines, but you're not, you can still go barefoot. You can still find a park and connect to earth without shoes on. We are an extension of Mother Earth. We're not separate from her. That's what the system doesn't want you to remember. And just as Mother Earth has these veins connecting her, has these energy currents connecting her, we do too. When we place something toxic upon our skin, it goes into our blood system. It affects our entire body. When we place a toxic egregor, mindset, mentality, thought form upon earth, through fear, through doubt, through terror, through brainwashing, this egregor eventually affects also the rest of the thought current of earth. Through her energy currents, through her blood system. We are the blood of earth. Through our thoughts, through our actions, through our words, we have the responsibility. We have a responsibility to affect these energy currents and these veins of Mother Earth positively, rather than intoxicating her system to cleanse it. This part of Earth that we are now standing on is connected to another part of Earth, and that part of Earth is connected to another one. They're all connected through these ley lines. They might not be visible to the human eye, but they're there. The nature shows it. The feeling in your body shows it. The animals and their activity shows it. Ants tend to go and want to build their colonies and their homes upon ley lines. The animal activity changes upon ley lines, and so does the human activity. And so does the weather, and so does the quality of the water. These lines, these points are all connected between them. And when there's a whole society built upon it with concrete and fear and paranoia, that goes right into the blood system of the earth. And then you wonder why there's these huge earthquakes and volcanoes and eruptions. That's like the human body having a fever or a flu. Get the toxins out of there. Wash, clean. Humans. Wake up. You've literally had your umbilical cord cut from your own mother, prematurely. Your mother is Earth. Earth and sky. You have a right to connect with her. Connecting with her is what will preserve your health, nothing else. If you just listen in silence, you can feel it. You can feel how strong this place is. And it's not just this place, it's every single point on Earth. It's the entire surface of Earth. Some places, of course, are a bit stronger because the ley lines intersect upon them, but every single point of this Earth, every single forest, park, river, valley, lake, mountain. If you just go there and listen deeply, you can reconnect. I invite you to remember your connection with Mother Earth, Mother Yeah. You are just as much a part of her as these trees, this rock, this grass, these birds. And none of them are living in fear. Why? Remember,
Yeah, I almost thought I was in the woods with her there for a minute. When I seen that squirrel, I started grabbing my dog. The ley lines are important, just like the veins in our body, like she said. That was an awesome video. Somebody said the birds were soothing, or the music in the background was putting them to sleep. Okay. It's soothing, ain't it?
Yeah, sure is.
And do
So
you think some of those trees that are like sideways, do you think that they cut them all down in our state parks, because the state parks are a place that they kind of don't want us to go? Some people
there's a
go.
reason why.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, they want us all like booted and to scare us about ticks and
Bigfoot. Ticks. Yeah, ticks is a real thing.
Yeah.
yeah, they're a real thing with Lyme disease, because I have Lyme, but that that's what they did, was they invented the Lyme disease, and then they scare you about going to the forest with all the ticks. So it's really messed up.
Yes.
So this last video came from Journal of Light on YouTube. All right, you just see whenever you subscribe to something on YouTube, you need to go click the bell notification right here next to it, and it'll bring up all. So if you're watching from the War Room on YouTube, you can also make sure you do this as well. Make sure that bell is a solid white color so that you get notified whenever they post another video. You see this option right here, and you can personalize it as well and unsubscribe, stuff like that. So make sure this all is checked off on the War Room. Also on Journal of Light.
Walk around barefooted, right? As much as you can. Like she said, it heals all sorts of stuff. She said everything, really. So,
Awesome video. Thank you, Bird Love. And we're back. So we got the QR codes at the top left. We have, let's do a little house cleaning real quick. Top left, we have the pet ladies. This is our Telegram chat. Top left, you can pause it, get the QR code, or in the description on Rumble, you can click the Telegram link right there. It should send you over to the War Room on Telegram.
and I want to say prayers for Scruffy. She wasn't feeling too well today. And so we're going to keep her in our prayers and send healing energies towards her. And we love you, Scruffy.
There you go.
And Glendia, thank you for all that you do as well.
Glendia and her husband.
Yes.
He's the driver.
Yes.
Keep that in mind. Shout out to the truck drivers that are listening. Thank you for all that you do. each and every day, sacrificing your time away from the family to make ends meet, to make sure that we get what we need on time, or we'd all be starving to death, pretty much.
Right.
So they are a very important part of our community, right? But their pay needs to be a lot better, though, isn't it? A lot of corporate greed going on, and it pretty much squashed the the dream of a driver is that actually probably at some point be owner operator, right? Maybe even have his own company. They squashed all that. Now it's everything's this corporate. Now they want to, like Glendia's husband said, they want to put cameras in the truck.
Right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that is it. Hope everybody had an amazing October 1st. We're going into 10 and 2. Keep your head on a swivel. Love thy neighbor like thyself, and everything will be just fine.
Yes.
Like Mike said, every good and just heart will prevail.
That's right. But things have to be cleaned up, right? Can't let this keep going.
So
it's going to be all worth it.
Love and light. Don't be scared to speak out. Don't be scared to step into your power. Don't be scared to um, be there for your neighbor whenever need be, no matter what the situation. Always remain at peace and calm, and everything will be just fine. Don't freak out. Don't let the TV psyop you into doing something you normally wouldn't do if you had control of your own mind. So this is the battlefield of the mind. Love and light. And we'll see you in a few hours.
Good night, everyone. Love y'all.
Look up. Stars are beautiful.
Yeah, and have a fun night, everybody.
We spoke our truths, we hear with sound, lifted each other, sacred and proud, gifts exchanged, hearts aligned, Roar Room family, one of a kind, red cardinal clan, wings in the sky, chief bump straight, keeps the spirit high, mama's love, and flame, sheepdog swab, where we honor our name. Roar Room rising, the vibe is alive. We are the change. We thrive and we strive. Heaven on earth. We build and we carry the road wherever you go. Take this life, take this song. You are the tribe, you belong. Speak your truth, let it bloom. You are forever. Roar Room. Welcome to the war room. Welcome to the Roar Room. Truth on the mind, healing the soul. We rise and ignite. Mind, body, spirit, aligned in the flame. Roar Room tribe, we roar in our name. Red cardinal clan, we fly with the light. Chief bump straight eight, keeps our path tight. Mama's wisdom, roots in the land. We barter, we build, with sheepdog's hand. We are the Roar Room, family and tribe. We speak, we heal, we manifest the vibe. Heaven on earth, Your voice, your spark, we shine together. We light the dark. This is our temple, our sacred boom. Welcome, beloved, to the Roar Room.
Then if you really want,
thank you to all our guests, our tribe, our crew. To the viewers and listeners, this love is for you. Good night, everybody. Light, love, and truth. Knowledge in your pocket and a rhythm in your boots.